Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel here on Middle Earth Gaming. And in today's video, we're going to be going into a bit of a different video today, I have to say. Hope you guys are going to enjoy it. But we're going to go through something that's recently come out. I know some people have already done some videos on this, but I know, as I always say, I like to get different people's opinions. I actually like to hear different people's opinions on the same subject. I think it's quite interesting. So what we're going to be going through is we're going to be going through this, the official visual companion for War of the Rohirrim. And we're going to go through some of the things in here, because some of the things in here have recently come out that we're going to be getting models for them. So there's quite a few things in here that I think we're going to get models for, and we'll have a bit of a discussion of what we think might come out, as well as things that might not come out, as well as things that maybe not false hopes, but maybe false hopes of what could be coming out. So yeah, if you're going to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, I gotta say, it's a beautiful book. Beautiful book. I don't know if the blue screen's gonna be cropping any of this out. It shouldn't be. But yeah, it's an absolutely stunning book. As you guys can see, really nice. Embossed on here as well, and just the color and all that as well. Like, it doesn't look like anime. It almost looks like what would you call concept design for an actual film. And actually, some of this stuff is almost like photorealistic. So if it looks like this in the film, whereas like the terrain, the environment, everything like that, I know this is more going into film territory at the moment, which it's only a few weeks away now. If that's what it's going to be like in the film, like if the terrain's going to be like very photorealistic, like it's actually like a realistic setting, then I don't think it's really going to matter that the characters are going to be like anime-esque. I think if the acting's good, obviously, that kind of stuff, like voice acting is honestly almost as hard as acting itself. So I think that's really cool. But getting into what we're actually here for, there's stuff in here that's already been announced that we're going to be getting. Obviously, what's been announced so far, we have we've got Lord Thorn of the Wold. We've also got Helm as not the ghost of the Hornburg, the Wraith of the Hornburg. I think originally I said Wrath of the Hornburg. He's in here at some point. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, we can see that the beautiful shot of Edoras there. Again, it looks like something out of Lord of the Rings, which is awesome. So we go in. There's a forward by Brian Cox who's playing Helm, which is kind of cool. If you don't know him, he's been in a few things. He was Agamemnon in Troy, if you remember the Troy movie back in the early 2000s, great film. But yeah, he was that, so it's going to be really cool to see him as a king of Rohan, or the voice at least. But there we go, we have a nice map of Rohan, which is nice. Then we go into some details about Rohan itself. It shows two eagles, as you guys can see. Also, the white eagle I think is quite interesting. It shows up quite a lot. And also, honestly, obviously Hera, at least, maybe if it's like a flashback or like a dream or something, but Hera interacts with the white eagle. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in the film. Another great shot from Edoras. And then we come on to our first character, which is Helm Hammerhand. So as you guys can see, this is Helm in his regal guise, and if we turn over the page, you can see that is his Wraith of the Hornburg guise. So we've already got that model, but you guys can see we also have Helm in his fully armored version, almost looking like a bit like Odin from Norse legend, I should say, not just Marvel, but Norse legend. Really cool armor, and I got this book, I think, because it looks amazing. I honestly don't think I was really going to get it, but considering how hyped I am for the models, also I'm getting a little bit more excited for the film. I'm not as excited as I am for the models, but I'm definitely going to watch it no matter what. But the great thing about the models is that a lot of the models that we've seen so far is actually exactly what it looks like in here. So we have for Helm, Wraith of the Hornburg, you can see it's exactly what he looks like in the picture. Obviously a different pose, because he's almost going like that, isn't he, instead? Whereas this guy's like going like, he's almost like doing what is it, Dragon Ball Z kind of thing. But you can see that the colors on here is going to be great for painting, which I'm very excited for. So you can see like the green that he's got on there, very similar to like War Flesh or something along those lines. I've actually got War Flesh here because I've been using it recently. And yeah, wild flesh is very, very similar. So that's probably going to be a good base color for that green cloth that you guys can see. See, I'm already thinking of paint recipes for these models, guys. And that armor there is probably going to be like something like it looks like a Doombor or Tuskor fur highlight. We'll have to wait and see. But there we go. Really, really cool. Also, a few other things that I've also noticed that I think I actually put out on the Discord. So make sure to join the Discord, guys, if you haven't already. Talk everything Middle Earth, new edition stuff. You know, all the leaks, all that stuff on there, and everything else besides, you know, food. You know, anything really. So make sure to join the Discord. Link is in the description below. Anyone can join. It's free for all. So what I've also what I mentioned on the Discord is that the leaked scenarios from the new Battle Veteran starter set, in the What's Next version, like once you play the scenario, there's like a What's Next, what you can add to it to enhance it essentially. And it says you can add Helm Hammerhand, King of Rohan, and that's like the full title. Now doesn't say Helm Hammerhand, Wraith of the Hornburg. So I think we guessed that we were going to get like a Helm as a King version, but it's nice to see in the book. Because obviously when that Helm Wraith of the Hornburg came out, that was his full title. But in like I said in the book, I put a picture of it for you guys so you guys can see. It says Helm Hammerhand, King of Rohan. So that's nice. I think that's really cool. Again, like I said, I think we already kind of knew it was going to happen. We've seen it in multiple trailers, screenshots about Helm on horse as well. You know, alongside Rise of Rohan. Again, I think you're going to see Rise of Rohan as well. You see him in here as well. Really nice, more elegant, I would say. Next up, we have Hera again. Again, one that we haven't seen so far, and is probably one of the biggest protagonists going to be in the film. So it's amazing that we haven't seen her yet. Again, I don't know, guys, because again, I'm not connected in any way, but you do have to wonder, is because we haven't seen a lot of this stuff yet. Is it because of embargoes? Is it because of licensing, that kind of stuff, that they're not allowed to show us a lot of it off yet because it'd be spoiling the film, that kind of thing. So again, who knows what it's going to be like. I would imagine Hera like in that kind of pose for what we're getting, or maybe as the Shield Maiden, who knows. That'd be kind of cool. The dress one is kind of cool, kind of reminds me of Eowyn in dress. So who knows, we might get that as an alternate one, but who knows. But I would definitely assume the one that version of Hera there, that's the one that we usually see riding her horse, which I forgot the name of. But yeah, it's very, very, very cool nonetheless. Yeah, and you can essentially see that that's her on her horse there. So I assume that's the kind of sculpt that we're going to get. But who knows? Who the hell knows? Then we get some cool stuff on Edoras. Again, very, very cool. Some very nice shots of Edoras. Very good if you want to build Edoras, possibly. Who knows? And then we move on to Metasalt. Again, some lovely shots. Again, straight out of the film, straight out of Lord of the Rings, which is awesome. Really, really cool. Some very nice shots there. Then we come on to Leif, who is a 16-year-old boy. He's a journey to becoming a man. He's the king's new attendant, and basically looks after the horses, which is kind of cool. And are we going to see him? Who knows? He's probably down in the down priority queue, but again, we don't know what kind of role he plays in the film. He could have a decent role in the film, and he might be one of those characters that we might need for scenarios. Who the hell knows? Again, as we see in I'm going to say the old edition now, like the current edition of the game, things like Scouring the Shire, you see hobbits that you've never heard of. So it's possible that you might see those kind of characters pop up in game. Who the hell knows? Then we come on to Haleth and Hammer, the two brothers that obviously we've already got models for in the starter set. Then we come on to Freelaf. Again, I'm not going to say anything about Freelaf, guys. Look at that. That if he comes out like that pose, I'm going to be very, very happy. I think that'd be an awesome pose for him to have. Again, I think some people are not very happy about that version of Freelaf because of how unarmored he is. Again, you could probably do some converting, that kind of stuff. I think he's really cool. And again, I love that pose. I love that pose. Like he's sawn, drawn out like that. I think that's a very, very cool pose on horse. I'd definitely be, if he came out like that, like that on horse, I'd pick him up straight away, because that's just a cool freaking pose. Again, he's Helm's nephew. He does play a big part. Like, he's going to be a big character in the movie. I don't think, have we heard, I think we might have heard him speak once in the trailer. I honestly don't remember. But obviously, like, you know, he's going to be a big character. If you've read the lore, if you've read the appendices, you know who Freelap is. He's going to be a big character. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Without spoiling the movie for everyone. You guys can go check it out, but yeah. Then we go on to the regions of Rohan. We've got the East Eminent, the East Fold, the Fold, the West Eminent, the West Fold, the West March, and the Wold. Then we move on to the Rohirrim. Again, we're going to get new Rohirrim. It's going to happen, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it because of the blue screen. But I think that might be Royal Guard. I don't know if it's, because it says Royal Guard here. I don't know if that's Royal Guard or if that's just a normal Rohirrim warrior. But obviously it looks like different colors, which is interesting. So maybe for different kings, it's got different. Obviously for different kings, they make different armor for different kings. Who knows? Obviously, very different Royal Guard than what we are normally shown. What we normally have. So again, if they are Royal Guard, then possibly. I don't see that we're going to get new Royal Guard. I definitely see we're going to get new Rohirrim. Mounted Rohirrim. They're not going to bring out Warriors of Rohan on foot and not bring out new Rohirrim. That's just not going to happen. 99.95% convinced, guys, that's going to happen. Then we got Olwyn, who is very much a motherly figure to Hera, right there. Again, do we think we're going to see her? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Again, she does say that she's a shield maiden, so she's one of the old shield maidens that, of course, in Rohan's history, when all the men went off to war, and most of them didn't come back, unfortunately. They were the ones who stepped up and helped defend the country of Rohan, which is very, very cool. Obviously, one of the most famous ones are Eowyn. Technically she's a shield maiden. She trained to wield a sword, and obviously did some great heroic deeds, that's for sure. Seems like Olwyn carries around this shield as well, as a testament to what she's been through, and you can see her with Hera there. So very much a motherly figure. Again, are we going to see her? I doubt it. Who the hell knows? But I think it really depends on the scenarios and all that kind of stuff. Because obviously, a lot of SBG stuff, like, it's not about competitive play. We're not a competitive game by any means. I know it can be competitive for events and that kind of stuff. But again, a lot of models like Harry Goatleaf, Barlam and Butterbur, those kind of models, like you wouldn't expect them to be in the game. But again, stuff like that could mean that characters like this could end up as models in the game. But we'll have to wait and see. Then it comes on to the people of Rohan, talking about them. Then we have Freka. Obviously, we've seen Freka. He's already been announced, which is cool. I don't think he's going to be in it very long. Then we come on to Wolf again. Nice color images here. He's a very somber character, as you guys can see. But very nice there. You can see he's got like a nice inner red in his cloak, which is going to be cool to paint. Again, I'm already thinking about painting schemes, guys, so it's definitely going to be interesting. But again, Wolf, he's going to be in the starter set. We have Lord Thorn and General Targ. Again, these guys have already been shown off. General Targ obviously in the starter set, and Lord Thorn has already been shown off. Obviously, he's coming out on foot. Again, really nice colors here, guys, to show you guys what how to paint them and like the different color schemes that they use. General Targ very much in there has a bit of blue under there that I don't think you see actually on the model, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Then we go on some story about Dunland. Then we move on to the Dunlendings. Again, new Dunlendings with skull masks. Who knows what they are? We see them in the trailers. Possibly, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they're like an elite shock troop kind of thing, or maybe they're more mercenaries. Who the hell knows? Then we go on to eagles. We have a black eagle and a white eagle. Again, that massive white eagle, probably going to be very important. We'll have to wait and see. But with red eyes as well, so very ominous looking. Then we have the Ancient Forest Swamp, which is called the Watcher on the Water, so obviously that's confirmed to be the Watcher on the Water. I don't know why Hera goes there. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Why would she end up there? Apparently, I reckon this is Fangorn. There's been rumors that Ents are going to be in it, or at least mentions of Ents or something with an Ent. So maybe the Watcher comes up, because we know it drags the Oliphant or the Mumik into the waters or something and tries to eat it. Maybe an Ent saves Hera of some kind, or maybe the Eagle saves Hera or something like that. But again, we'll have to wait and see why she goes up there. Maybe she's trying to find, followers to try and help or something like that. Again, who the hell knows? I'm interested to figure out why that kind of... Oh, there we go. There's a picture right there. Like that's a hell of a picture. That's cool. Can we get a what's it called? A character series of that? A Watcher in the Water dragging a Mumakil in? That's freaking cool. That's freaking cool. Again, got Isengard in. Very, very cool. I want to build an Isengard. Maybe I will one day. We'll have to wait and see. And it goes on to talk about the War of the Rohirrim again. Yes, they said the name of the film. But yeah, obviously, Isengard, if you're not aware, is where the Dunlendings, that's where they made camp, essentially. That's where they had their bit, I'm not going to say stronghold, but that's where they gathered, that's where they made their plans, and that's where they attacked from. They didn't have the keys to Orthanc, so they couldn't get into Orthanc, but, obviously there was a bit of disrepair around Orthanc. This was before Saruman entered, which is probably going to be a very interesting part, because we obviously know Saruman's going to be in it now from the Japanese trailer, and that is in keeping with the lore. At the end of what happens in the film, Saruman does come to Rohan for some reasons. Again, I'm not going to say anything in case you guys don't want to be spoiled, but it's very, very cool nonetheless. And then we come on to something that I think is exciting and maybe just a fool's hope, but we have things about Southrons and Variags. Now, of course, this is a big topic at the moment with everything going to legacies for Harad, Khand, a few other things like different other characters that probably shouldn't have gone into legacies, in my opinion. But again, I'm not going to talk about that. But what we can see here, it mentions Harad. It doesn't say Khand, it mentions Variags, obviously the Variags of Khand. And it also mentions... so it says the Southron Beastmasters ride their Mumakil into the enemy, so that's obviously Haradrim. We also have, Harad, they're like all the peoples of the south and to the east of Mordor. The Haradrim and the Variags, or Southrons as they are also known, are hostile to Gondor and its allies, will venture north, hiring themselves out as mercenaries to wage war upon them. The Rohirrim use the term Variag to denote any enemy who fights as a mercenary, much in their way of the term assassin is used in the modern idiom. The warlike and nomadic people of Harad dwell in one of the harshest environments in Middle-earth. In lands south of Gondor, the fierce sun cooks Harad's great plains into desert. Further south in Far Harad, there are said to be dense jungles in which are found the giant elephant-like creatures, the Mumakil. In battle, with their faces painted, very much Far Harad, Southron Beastmasters ride their Mumakil into the enemy, causing terror and panic and shoot arrows down upon them. Southron warriors often wear masks made from hide, bamboo and bone to further intimidate their enemy. They carry no shields, instead wielding wicked curved swords and daggers and long spears with great ferocity. They don't carry shields, which is interesting because the Far Harad warriors that recently became legacies, they have shields. So I think if we're going to see them, because obviously, who knows if we're actually going to see these guys in here or whatever, how big of a role they're going to have. Obviously, when GW made Far Harad, Khand, all those kind of things, it was very much a GW invention. Like, we knew those kind of areas existed, but we never knew what they actually looked like. The only thing we really saw was the guy on top of the Mumakil in Return of the King. That's all we really got to go on. So I think as a GW invention, they're amazing, but if they're going to come actually into the Jackson verse of what it's going to be like, which obviously the game SBG is based off of, I think I think they had to get rid of them because it would contradict what's going to be in the film. So I think it's a fool's hope that we could see some of these guys return in some way, shape, or form. Maybe they could just be Forge World characters, like do I think we're going to get a Murmikil? Again, this is one of the first images I think we ever saw for War of the Rohan, which is amazing. Murmikil smashing into Edoras, which we know happens because we've seen it in the trailer. So that's going to be cool. Do I think we're going to see a new Murmikil? I don't know. I don't think so. Why would we see a new Murmikil? Because the new Murmikil kit at the moment is it's great, But do I think these guys are more likely than the new Murmikil? But again, who the hell knows? It depends on how well the game goes. I think it's how well I think the movie goes as well. If it's a success, if it's not. Again, I think people have already written it off because it is going to be an animated film, which people don't appreciate. But I think again we just have to give it a chance. And again, it's all very much in keeping with the Lord of the Rings stuff that we know. Obviously, like the environments, the places. Again, characters like the Murmikil, the Watcher in the Water, all those kind of things. They're all linked to what they look like in Lord of the Rings, or what they would look like in Lord of the Rings. In Peter Jackson's version, anyway. So I think these guys are definitely possibly. Obviously, this guy definitely looks like a Far Harad character. This guy looks like Haradrim. I don't know. Guessing here is it probably a Variag. So yeah, I think if they do come back, they're probably going to look a lot different than what you normally expect. Obviously, the Far Harad, they don't carry shields. They carry curved weapons and daggers, or wicked curved swords and daggers, and long spears with great ferocity. So no blowpipes, I don't imagine. If they ever come back, no blowpipes, no shields. But I think it's a hope, but it's a fool's hope. That's for sure. Now we move on to Hera being chased by a Murmikil. I don't know how it gets to this stage, but I'm interested to find out. That's for sure. Then we move on to Dunhara. Again, going to be an important place in this film. Again, I don't want to do very much. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys who don't know the lore. Then we move on to the Hornburg. Again, not Helm's Deep at this point. At the time of the start of War of Rohan, anyway. By the end of it, it will be Helm's Deep. But at the start of it, it's called the Hornburg or the Soothburg for the Dunlendings. As you guys can see, very much in keeping with the original Helm's Deep. But down here, this little thing called the Deeping Wall. It's interesting because the gates, the grate or whatever it's going to be, the drain, it's up a lot higher. So it's interesting if we're going to find out why. Also, looks like the causeway is a lot bigger as well, which is interesting. Maybe over the long winter, like big piles of snow and earth move up, and that's why it eventually fills it up and becomes as it is, as we know it. That's my only guess, because it does look a lot taller, a lot bigger than what we normally have. Again, who the hell knows? We'll have to wait and see. But very cool nonetheless. As you guys know, I'm building Helm's Deep at the moment. I know Lockie is everyone's opposite as well. He's doing an amazing job with wetter files, which is kind of crazy. But I'm making mine out of XPS, and I'm very happy with how it's going at the moment. I'm hoping to have it done before the new edition comes out. Actually, hopefully before the movie comes out. I'm hoping to have the final video of me having entirely completed, bearing in mind that I want to have another video out before that, because there's still a lot to do by the time the movie comes out, which is in 3 weeks. God, is it 3 weeks? Yeah, I think it's 3 weeks. Oh, good lord. Okay, well, we're gonna have to get a move on. Again, this is another picture of Helm's Deep. You guys can see how big the causeway is here. So I assume something's gonna happen that raises the ground, or something like that's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to find out, that's for sure. Hello, we've seen these guys before. The Snow Troll and, I'm not going to say it. If you guys have seen my video, I accidentally called one of these guys, Skank. What are they called? They're, I don't think it actually says it in here. No, it actually doesn't say who they are in here, but I know, I forgot what their names were, but I accidentally called, is very similar to the word, that word I just said. which I thought was kind of funny. And the snow troll. Now, no ill will to GW or painters or whatever from GW, but I think that is much better. I'm going to paint my snow troll like that, as you guys can see. Very, very different looking snow troll. No, I think the GW paint job is amazing. That the paint job itself is amazing. I just don't like the colors. I prefer it like this, more like a cave troll than what we would see. But yeah, I'm going to paint mine like this. So again, that's why when I found out what's in this book, I know I wanted to pick it up because of all the kind of great reference material for painting it's going to have, which for me at the moment is really big because I love reference material for that kind of stuff. Then we have someone riding down to Helm's Deep, as you guys can see here. Very, very hard to see. But there's obviously that big siege tower, whatever it's going to be, smashed onto the deeping wall. So interesting. Obviously, it's going to be part of the prolonged siege. Spoilers, guys. Turn away now. Saruman the White, he's there. We already see him. Gandalf the Grey. I don't think we're going to hear him. I don't think we're going to see him. I think it's just that. The rune for G in the film. I think that's what it is. Yeah, interesting. It's interesting. That's for sure. That's all I'm going to say. Again, I don't think we'll hear him. Or I don't think we'll even see him. But I think maybe that's his hand. Maybe that's his hand. That's probably the most we're ever going to see him. But I don't think we'll hear him. Again, who knows? And then we go on to the cast, which is cool. I think obviously Miranda Otto's in it. She's narrating it, parts of something. I'm not too sure why. I'll be amazing to hear her again, which is awesome. And then we also have, seems like the burning of Edoras, which is very distressing. Very, very cool. Lovely photo pictures in here, which is great. Absolutely amazing. But and then we have the coloring book as well, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm excited, guys. And then we have that fantastic back picture as well. I'm excited, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for it? If you are, tell me why. If you're not, tell me why. And let me know. Do you guys agree with me what I've said? Do you guys think we'll see some of these guys? Do you think I will see no more of these guys? I definitely think we'll see Freelaf. I think we'll definitely see Hera. We'll see Armored Helm, that's for sure. Like I said, it's already been teased, essentially. And I think we'll see a few other things in here as well. But again, who the hell knows? I'm excited. New models, I don't care if the movie's bad. I don't think it will be. I think it'll be good. Well, I don't think it'll be as good as Lord of the Rings, but I think it will be at least a watchable film. I don't think it's going to be terrible. I think because it is an animated film, they can do more with it. And I think they can keep it more to what we know. Obviously, there's obviously going to be big changes in it. Watcher in the Water for one. Hera for another thing. We know Helm has a daughter. She's never really specified. So they can make her as a character. And, I'm not going to get into politics and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's kind of cool. If she's an Eowyn-esque kind of character, I'm all in. I love Eowyn. She's amazing. Obviously a very cool character in the books, in the films as well. So if she's anything like Eowyn, I'll be very, very happy. But yeah, everything else I'm excited for what we could see, for what we might not. I think we'll see more than not, if that makes any sense. Like I said, I think we'll see Freelaf, we'll see Hera, we'll see Armored Helm. We might see some of the Southron stuff. They may not be plastic guys. They may be forged or resin, like the Black Dragons, the 6-pack. So, I mean, it's probably going to be better than the metal stuff that we have at the moment. Again, I've said this in multiple videos already, guys, so I don't want to keep droning on about it. But I've always wanted to do for a Harad army. I've always wanted to do a Khan army. And I honestly, I do feel for you guys who have those who do have those armies, and for people like me who wanted to start those armies, but we now don't really have the chance to because they're not going to be making them anymore. But I think we will see them in some way or form, even if it's just even if it's just a hope like that. even if it's just a full soap. But again, I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I do like to thank all the channel supporters that you guys help, all the YouTube members. Thank you guys so much. Your games will be going down the screen right now. If you guys go on to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know, what do you guys think we're going to see? What do you guys think we're going to see come out hopefully very, very soon? Again, like I said, the film is 3 weeks away today, I think. Or yesterday for us in Australia, because we get on the 12th. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm definitely going to be watching it. Are you guys going to be watching it? Again, let me know. Let me know everything, what you guys, what your opinions are in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. But thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, happy gaming.